actual health.
Yeah.
And I'm not a huge fan of that.
Now we're live.
Okay, but here's the thing. It's very personal. Okay, this is what I'm saying. It's like learning a language. When you learn a language, the words you use are personal to you. Even though we all say a table, your version of a table is different from my version of a table.
Right.
Okay, and so it's the same with Lenormand. You have to play with it. You have to do basically the equivalent of daily draws. Pick a card, look at it, see what it says. I mean, I have issues with the traditional snake interpretation because I don't quite see it that way.
I do too. I don't see snakes as scary.
But that's the whole thing. So ultimately, what you have to do is play with scenarios, look at your cards, and see how the snake fits in, or any other card for that matter.
Yeah, I have,
how it fits into that. In other words, you get the snake, the book, and the key. Why is the snake a deceitful creature when the book is knowledge? And the key opens it.
I've also read the traditional meaning of the scythe, as well as kind of cutting things away.
Okay,
surgery.
The scythe is sudden.
To me, it sounds to me more like harvesting.
It could be harvesting. Again, it depends on context, just like in tarot. But the other thing too is it could be a sudden something.
You don't mind if I have my lunch here, you guys?
No, bon appetit. You know, I mean, the idea of a scythe is it cuts things, right? So it could be a knife. It could be a stapler. Okay, a pointy something or other. Do you understand? So that's what I'm saying about Lenormand. It is laconic, but like anything laconic, it's got 1,000 interpretations of that one word.
Right. Okay.
It's context.
Okay. So that's
Chinese
why. So that's why you need a very. So that's why you need a very, very specific question.
Yeah.
I need a maid. I can't find my Lenny's.
Or the other way of doing it too, as you play, I mean, when you're playing with it, I really suggest, and that's something a few people have already suggested. I mean, you know, from Emily Rose, a great disciple of Rana George, or a couple of others like that, will tell you, do your daily draws, look at the cards, don't interpret them. You can, you know, you look at them and you say the scythe, well, I wonder how that fits into my day.
Yeah. And
then at the end of the day, look at what was sharp, pointy, sudden, you know, like all those words that we use for that, and figure out what it actually was in your world. Okay. And that's basically, you do the same thing with tarot.
So pull a card, but don't think about it, and then
or just look at it and say, what I wonder what will happen that will be like that.
Okay.
Exactly. Right, live the cards. Let the cards live through you.
That's right.
Yeah,
I mean, for tarot,
I'm most excited for getting the Lenormand deck. From what I've seen and read, it's
and
honestly,
again,
to me it's more interesting than tarot currently.
Well, I'll tell you what, it also depends on the actual pictures, because I discovered it really does depend on the pictures.
I agree.
Okay. Which way is the rider facing, for instance,
is one thing,
and the cloud.
Okay. Well, that's irony.
So that's another thing. I also found that
when we were talking,
you know, it depends. It's like any kind of artwork.
Cards. Right now, we're talking about Lenormand.
Okay, and any kind of any kind of picture. What is attracting you today? You know, so it's this kind of artwork or that kind of artwork. I've got a vintage deck that I actually found quite fascinating, you know, and yet it's not something I would normally play with. So it really depends.
So is Lenormand, it sounds like, I mean, I'm assuming it's okay to just have one deck then to start.
Of course.
You don't need
no, because the 36 cards are basically the 36 cards. A cross is a cross is a cross is a cross. Yeah. What you interpret as the cross can be 1,000 things. It could be the burden you bear. It could be faith, the two opposites. Okay. So again, I
So
often,
whereas like tarot, you can look at different artworks and get something else out of the same card.
but
it's
less
in
so.
Lenormand.
Less so in
Okay.
Norman, okay? Things
Okay.
that you'll play with is the fox,
Mhm.
okay? Because people have
Well, that
different
card messes me
interpretation.
up.
And the broom or the whip.
Hmm.
Those are the two that can, again, you have to decide. And this is why in Lenormand, they call them charging
There we
the
go.
cards. So if you think that the fox is always a career,
There's Jessica.
then you make it about the career, the job, or anything else. But the fox could be strategy. You understand?
Okay.
So
Yes.
it depends on how you decide what the card is going to mean in that context.
Okay. But you can change the context depending on the question, correct?
You would do it before you shovel your cards out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So that as you're doing it, you go, okay, the fox is about this job. And therefore, you can interpret whatever you see in your spread, depending on what spread you're playing with, where the fox is, and that'll give you an idea. But if you say it's strategy as opposed to job, you understand, you are changing the meaning of that context. But you have to be sure before you start and not after.
Autumn. We are participating. Sorry to interrupt you there, Mary.
Yeah, that's okay. No problem.
Yeah. So just for those of you who are joining us on TikTok, you're listening to Mary and Ryan and Jessica, who's muted, in the Tarot Phenoms Zoom room. And we are discussing Lenormand cards and using them as well as
with or without or
without tarot cards. So yeah, and that's so that's one of the conversations that you'll find in here when we do the
still on. Bear with me. Got to get my daughter's bottle.
Go for it.
Yeah, so Ryan's gonna.
She is going to get drunk.
All right, and yeah, so we can start playing with the cards. I can't find a Lenny, so
I've got. Can I? Do you want me to give you a couple?
Yeah, maybe. What we could do is make sure though that if we're gonna, what we can do is practice. Do one day we can do a practice with Lenny's, but make sure everybody has a deck so that we can.
Yeah, that would be nice. What about the next week? Okay, for anybody who's interested in Lenny's.
I'll give you 2 minutes.
As soon as my deck comes in, you'll be the first to know.
There you go.
Yeah.
I'll give it.
Hello, Jessica.
Hey, Jess. Hi. You look gorgeous.
Thank you.
It looks like it's warm out there.
Is it warm?
It's warm.
Okay, that was us last week. This week, right now it was 12 degrees the last time I looked. It's actually 13 degrees. So we're at the opposite end right now.
All right. So we're going to do some tarot readings here, you guys. I need some volunteers on the TikTok, unless somebody in the Zoom wants to be read for first.
I do have to say, I am at my mother's, so I don't have any cards, but I will chip in.
You're going to have to play with them in your head. Can you visualize your cards?
Can you visualize the cards in your head yet, Jess?
No, but sometimes when I'm listening to like your live streams, usually while you're describing the cards, I think of sayings or something just pops in my head. And
you can.
That's good. That's good.
C'est des menaces. C'est des menaces.
Oh, attends moi. Sorry, I guess somebody else is live going on in the background here.
Okay. Yeah, I know. Des menaces. Really? we're menaced.
I don't know what they're on about. I'm looking for the live so that I can follow the chat on the big screen, but it doesn't seem to want. Oh, there we are. There's the live. Oh, look at that. So yeah, all right. So let's see. Who did we want here? Wait, I gotta mute me on here. There you go. And there's a delay between that, and I got to keep an eye on the only other thing is
it's like being a pilot.
I know, it's crazy. So yeah,
this is where you have an assistant who does all that for you.
And This, oh, wouldn't assistant. Well, one day when I make tons of money, then I can have an assistant and they can do this for me. And this would probably be way better presented than me, the hack, presenting it. So
Don't worry
all
about
right,
it.
so-
We'll get there, right, Tina?
You pretty much, yeah, I hope so at some point. All right, so I can see the chat on YouTube. I can see the chat on TikTok. I think. Well, I can.
And you can see the crazies on Zoom.
Theater mode. Is that what I want? Oh, how do I get this? I don't remember how to get the chat on here. Not helpful. Dum. Bear with me, guys. Oh, that's how I got it.
Okay.
All right. It's a size thing. There it is. Okay, and we are back in business.
Sounds
Dan,
like
I'm
a
pretty
plan.
sure you got 2 grandmas of your own, and I got plenty of grandkids of my own, but thanks for asking. Some people are so rude, man. Holly wants to sit in the hot seat today. You guys, we read for Holly the other day. And she had to leave early and missed, or TikTok was blinking and she couldn't get her reading.
Yeah, that's what happened.
So we put a video up for her. Shelly wants to sit in the hot seat too. Let's see what we can do with these guys. All right, who wants to start? I can have another couple of bites of my sandwich. How about you start, Mary?
What do I start with? What would you like?
What do you mean, tarot? You're tarot.
Okay, I got tarot, and you want me just to pull some cards. Is that it?
Yeah,
All right.
so yeah, we're reading for Holly.
We're reading for Holly. Does she have something specific, or is it a general?
Yeah, go with general, because she didn't type a question in when she
Okay.
volunteered.
So-
Ryan,
so-
we're reading for Holly.
Got it.
And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull out 3 cards, and the middle card will be the focus card, just for fun. Okay.
I'll do the same.
It's just kind of fun. Oh, good, it works. I had a deck that was very, very sticky, so I used what they call fanning powder from the magic stores.
Did you
And-
really?
Yeah,
know
well, no, because
one
I bought
card?
it years and years ago. And at that time, it was so cheap, I bought a few.
Oh, okay.
Okay. And so
Oh, look at the baby.
And so I've been very lucky
Princess.
with that. And I mean, you need so little of it. It's going to last me a lifetime. It's not expensive at all, the fanning powder. At least it wasn't in Montreal when I bought it. All right. So the focus card is the 3 of Pentacles.
3 of Pentacles, Holly.
Okay. And that means working and collaborating with people to get what you really, really want at the stage of practical things. So find people who help you, find people who can help you move whatever you are working on. And you're coming, and your helpers are the world, which means whoever's going to help you, they're right there for you wherever they are. And you have to be careful of what your boundaries, if you want, more especially how you use your words, because the other card is the 5 of Swords. Okay, so your collaboration depends a lot on how you use your words. Okay, so that's short and sweet. I don't know what it's about, but that's what it is.
You got any thoughts for Holly on her cards there, Ryan?
And the secret card, or the other card, is the Fool. Isn't that interesting? It's from the world to the Fool, or from the Fool to the world. Have your pick, but there are 2 cards that mean everything can happen. Anything can happen as long as you collaborate with people and are careful with what you say.
What were your positions, meetings, Mary?
Pardon?
What were your positions? You said the
Okay.
center card was the focal.
Okay, the focal card is the middle card, and
Yeah.
that's the 3 of Pentacles.
Okay.
Okay, and on either side, what will help the focal card to move ahead is the World on the left and on the right, it's the 5 of Swords. In other words,
Okay.
the not so much, I don't use challenges and whatever, but I use helpers if you want. To
Okay.
get through the focal card, you have to understand what other energies you need to work with. And
Okay.
often I will look at the bottom card of the deck, which is kind of like the hidden message from the universe, if you want, or how do you call it? The unknown that will help you.
A lot of people call it the shadow card.
Well, they call it
Okay.
whatever they want. I
Okay.
call it this way. You know what I mean? They can call,
Okay.
I don't think the problem with shadow is that it's a negative connotation. You know, like, I mean, when we say the shadow, it's like saying negative, it's like saying black, it's like saying all those other words that are trigger words. So I don't like to use trigger words just because people automatically assume things. So I
Yeah.
always say the hidden, which can be good or bad.
Right.
And then you can say whether it's the universe, you can say whether it's your guardian angels, whatever you want to consider the hidden.
The ether.
Well, the ether is more static if you want.
Hi, Mama Moo.
Mhm.
Okay,
Mary?
than anything else. So, Ryan,
you-
what did you have?
For my middle card, I got the Empress.
Okay.
Which is it's interesting because I also looked at the bottom card of the deck. You had the 3 of Pentacles, which is the card
Yep.
of collaboration and working with others. The cards that I got are all very, very one person. So I think this is probably more of the internal part of the situation. So I guess whatever the project that the 3 of Pentacles is referring to, or work that the 3 of Pentacles is referring to, I think this is what I got is more about your personal approach to your role in it.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And what were the
So
helper?
the 2 helper cards were the Knight of Pentacles and the Ace of Swords.
Oh, it's
So-
interesting. The swords are in the same place at the end.
Mhm.
Words, words,
Yep.
words, words.
Yep.
Oh,
and,
you got a knight. Did you say Knight of Pentacles?
Yep.
Yeah, the Knight of Pentacles, which I always think of the Knight of Pentacles as the most. He's just as forward moving as any of the other knights, but he's the most practical and grounded in it.
Yeah.
I think he does.
Yeah.
I think he does the most planning before he actually makes his action.
Yeah. He's the most practical.
Definitely. Definitely. He's very grounded, very solid, very real.
And he's staring, and in this position, he's staring right at the Empress as if handing her the pentacle.
This is beautiful. All right.
Yeah.
So I wanna interject.
So it's
I want to
basically
interject a question in here for Holly. Holly, are you
Okay.
practicing law of attraction in your efforts and energies in this existence?
the thing I was going to say is that the pentacle, the Knight of Pentacles, is giving that youthful exuberance to that emperor who thinks he knows everything. And to go with the 3 Empress, okay, she's going to give you everything. Okay.
Nurture it into being anyway.
That's right. And so the 3 of Pentacles. Yeah.
It always seems like she's constantly giving, but you never think of the Empress as receiving anything from anybody. So perhaps if you're giving to the project, or you're constantly giving to the project, perhaps somebody is going to offer some advice or some helpful piece to the situation that you should accept or at least consider.
Okay.
I would say also from other perspectives, she's Lakshmi. Lakshmi is the giver in Hindu, how do you call it, pantheons. She is the one who gives you she allows, if you want, your growth, your expanse.
Did Lakshmi not give birth to the elephant god?
No, it's Saraswati.
Huh.
You see, there's a triumphant, in Western, how do you call it, Christianity, if you want, there is a Trinity and it's all male. Whereas in the East, it's all female.
Right.
Mhm.
Okay. Saraswati, along with Lakshmi and
Sure.
Durga.
I've got you on my
Okay.
list.
And those
take a while,
three
you guys.
principles
Teaching.
are the principles of expanding the world. The Saraswati is wisdom. Through
Mhm.
wisdom, you have knowledge and creativity. Lakshmi gives you that opportunity to do that. And Durga protects your path. Ganesha works very similarly, but not at the same level. He is the student. He is the one that's going to break all obstacles so that you, the student, can move forward if you want the law of attraction.
Oh, I like that. Good. Okay.
Okay.
Mhm.
So this is how, I mean, I've spent years trying to figure them out because for whatever reasons, they make more sense to me. But also, if you look at Saraswati, in the West, we call her Sophia. And Sophia is wisdom.
Seriously, that's hilarious.
Well, Sophia is wisdom in Greek.
yes, of course it is.
Mhm.
Okay.
Mhm.
And Sophia, in at least Orthodox, how do you call it, knowledge, Sophia grew 3 daughters, faith, hope, and charity. Okay. So when you look at these stories, sometimes they're actually intermeshed. And of course, I am the most unorthodox Orthodox there is because I'm going to find these, you know, and it makes more sense to me understanding where our crazy religion comes from if we understand the background where it came from.
Mhm.
It became very masculine through the Middle East.
Mhm.
And I'm still wondering why. I mean, we know the stories, but I want to really understand what happened.
I think it's got to do with the yin yang, Mary. And one of the things that I'm looking at is the black versus white is
Mhm.
reversed in the Asian culture versus the Kabbalic. And I haven't figured out yet why.
That's what I'm
Unless-
saying. I'm at that why.
Unless the Kabbalists are looking at it from one side and the Asians are looking at it from the other, in which case they're the exact same thing, and somebody somewhere along the line got it backwards. But
Oh yeah, there's a lot of things in
energies
the
are
West that
identical.
that were made backwards for some reason.
Mhm.
We can think of a lot of reasons, but why did all of a sudden, from a very dominant female culture way back for a long, long time, all of a sudden became a patriarchal culture for some reason? This is the question I have.
Fisticuffs, darling. Fisticuffs. I have one answer. Andrew Hale comes to mind suddenly lately. All right. Okay, let's finish with Holly and then we can move on. So I want to, because this is about learning the cards, right? Holly's.
Yeah, but it's also understanding the grounding of why
Absolutely.
the cards work.
Absolutely, right? So I'm seeing what I wanted to know, because I didn't pull any cards myself, but I wanted to note were the similarities between Mary's cards and Ryan's cards, in spite of the fact that they're so completely different, right? So the Knight of Pentacles is showing the speed of movement that the Five of Swords is showing in Mary's set of cards.
Okay, the Five of
it's
Swords was
not-
towards at the end,
Yeah, so
not
there's
at the
Mhm.
beginning. So it's sort of like a caution.
right. So there's
and
but
yeah,
I'm reading it as an energy there.
yeah, no,
So
but that's what
there's
I'm
this
saying.
Speed where, because the Five of Swords is at the end there's a speed energy coming out of the world that it's being pushed and driven by the world and needs, because it's such a big thing pushing the chaos, it needs to be reined in.
And don't forget, Ryan had the Ace of Swords in the
Yes,
same
right. So I was
position.
just about to go there. So with the Knight of Pentacles, you've got the Fire of Pentacles driving the Pentacle of Swords, if you will. Okay, so it's like here's the seed of swords, preceded by the seed of Pentacles. So you've got Pentacles driving air. And in Mary's case, you've got the Pentacle driving the air as well. You see that? Do you see how the energies are the same?
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Okay.
energies are definitely the same.
Okay, and so that's what I find so fascinating. When you know the energy of each of the individual cards, you can take that energy, play it off against the other, and the cards will deliver those cards up in such a way so that you can see it. Are either of you seeing a physical move in here, or is this just get your arse in gear and get moving? Because I'm seeing the essence of, from a Course in Miracles standpoint, I'm getting the energy of get into alignment and then do. You cannot build if you keep.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
right.
I'm seeing stay still, plan, and all that. And it's interesting you're talking about looking at the bottom card of the deck as the hidden.
Yeah. So I'm getting
Yeah.
absolute the preparation, prepare your it's almost like prepare your field before you start. So if you want to manifest, you've got to get into alignment first and then do the manifestation. Because if you are in your head when
which is good, because Ryan's Hermit and my Fool are telling you can do anything as long as you are, as you say, Tina, in alignment.
prepared.
You have the world. So you have quite a few how do you call them, major arcana in here. You had the Empress.
Yeah, it's a big deal, right? The Empress is all about the nurturing, right? It's
that's right.
Take the time, take the effort, put good legs into the baby, and the baby's going to grow up and be a real runner, right?
And this is why the Three of Pentacles, it's still a 3.
Yeah,
it's still a 3.
Yeah, and the 3s all over the place, right? You've got a 3. The Empress.
The world is
the 3 of Pentacles. The world breaks down.
Hermit's 3 squared.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Also the Hermit is the 9, and the 9 tells you it's completing.
Right. Completing, as in continuing, right? So
that's right. Yeah. It's not finished.
Yeah.
But it is at the top of your game.
Right. And the 9 is always, to me, it's like you're there. You've got it.
That's right.
We are gathering in, we are harvesting everything that
which is what the Empress says
to manifest. We've got it. You are Holly. This 9 and the Empress both scream of you having it going on. Now, what we're seeing is the foundation and the solidity, and the Knight of Pentacles is the practice card. It is,
as is the 3, because you are collaborating. Collaborating could be the universe. Collaborating could be with humans. Collaborating with the energies that surround you.
Yeah. Lay the legs, lay the planning.
And stay out of stinky thinking.
Yeah, and stay out of your heads. Nobody had to reverse cards at all, eh?
Well, I don't do reverses, so
yeah. Well, I'm just wondering.
I don't read them either.
Okay, so both of you
about the cards yet.
Okay. Cool.
No, but it, like I said, Ryan, reversals are, unless you really like them and unless you really understand what you want out of them.
Yeah, don't even bother.
Don't bother, because for me, they disrupt the stories, because all of my cards are very storyfied. Like they follow scene by scene. So if the scene is upside down, it doesn't work. But I do have a couple of decks that have reversals right on them.
Shelley's still with us.
And that will change how you see it.
Looks like Shelley's gone.
It's not the card that's upside down, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Okay. Those you might enjoy.
Okay.
Okay. Let me know when you want to know more about those. I'm not gonna give you all the details right now. She's overloading me.
Let's see if we can get I wonder if the history and stuff that we discuss as we talk about the cards, is that beneficial? Do you find that useful, you guys? Ryan, Jessica?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, good.
Because the thing is, as the kids used to say in school when I was working, Miss, if we pushed a button, you'll never stop talking.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, so get Mary going on her details, or me going on my details, and we're in big trouble. So
yeah, exactly.
Right, so,
we tend to talk.
Okay, and it's useful. Shelley's following along for the learning benefits as well. And we're gonna do Shelley's cards. Oh, you're welcome, Holly. All right, I'm gonna start off Shelley here, you guys. See what we can get for her.
Does she have something that she's focusing on?
Well, you'll find out as soon as my cards tell you. How's that?
Okay.
Shelley may have a specific question, but the cards will answer it. Go ahead and throw it at me if you do there, Shelley. I got a Hierophant reversed. I got the 5 of Cups, which is upright, and then I got the Lovers.
Ooh.
And so the Hierophant in this screams of actually it kind of looks like this is crazy energy, because I've seen energy like this before. This is the energy of somebody being pissed off that they can't have their wedding day on the date that they want their wedding, and so they have to replan it, but they're still going to have the wedding, right? But there's no use crying over spilled milk. I don't know what the Hierophant represents here.
Oh, that's interesting.
It's a crazy energy, right? So the Hierophant is reversed. So there's some piece of information or some
tradition,
some what's the word I'm looking for? Some parameter that
some traditional knowledge, maybe
a traditional thing, and disrupting this energy. So I don't know what this is. Shelley's going to tell us what it is. She just said go for a general reading. Generally this card is really like, don't take your focus off of what didn't happen. Put your focus on what is going to happen, because when you put your focus on what you don't want, it's like praying for what you don't want, and we don't want to pray for what you don't want.
So basically stop wasting your energy on stupid stuff.
Get together, get into alignment, and
done.
Focus on the good stuff. You got it exactly. Just
could you remind me what your cards were, Tina?
I have the Hierophant reversed. I have the 5 of Cups, which is upright, and I have the Lovers, which is a 6. So here's interesting, because we were talking about the numbers of on the other reading that we just did for Holly. So I've got a 5, which is a major 5, but he's upside down. And then it's followed by a 5 of Cups, which in the law of attraction world is a major target, because that's how we direct our energies. We're going.
The 5 is chaos.
But the chaos is created because we are not in alignment with what we actually want, right? We're focused on the dropped cups, not the cups that we're still hanging on to, right? Which is why that 5 of Cups comes up. So the 5 and a 5 together are sort of canceling out energy. And so there's a stagnation sort of energy that sort of flattens. But because it's a major cycle, it's really, really important, and is being given way more energy than it needs, because the big real thing in this reading is that 5 of Cups and not the Hierophant. So whatever the disappointment was over this Hierophant is really, really interesting, because either way, it finishes in the upright completion of this 6, right? So you get the forward movement going from the major 5 to the major 6. So it's 1 up. What's missing is the Magician. And so put the magic in there, focus on the good stuff, and you win. This is great. And so she's looking at, this is custody talks over the granddaughter. So you're gonna need rules, regulations, boundaries in place. You're thinking that there is complicated. It's overly complicated. You're not being able to put it together. I want to focus in on why the Hierophant is upside down. Are you afraid that this is not going to come together, or are you looking at, I see you guys getting custody, if that's what your question is here, Shelley. But I also get the element of it's not going to end up being what you originally were kind of hoping for. There will be complications here that are going to disrupt you and bother you. Stay focused on the fact that you are going to make your granddaughter's life very, very happy and wonderful. And you're going to give her, what is this joining energy, this nurturing, it's not nurturing. What is the word that you get when you, this bonding energy is what your granddaughter is going to need, not the focus on what went before. Focus on getting her eyes focused on her future, and her power is going to come from within her in this relationship. So you bring that to the table. Take your focus off of the hard stuff. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
What do you guys think, Mary? Ryan, Jessica?
What I've got will pretty well say what you've got. My middle card, if you want, is the Emperor. And the Emperor, the picture of the Emperor is focused right at you. So it's on top of that, it's a 4, and he is very adamant, whatever it is about. On my left, his right, is the Moon. I have 3 major cards here. And the Moon could be illusions, but it's also reflections of what you think and what you do. So the Emperor is basically saying, watch your reflections. What are you reflecting? Are you reflecting good and bad? Are you reflecting what you really want? Again, law of attraction type of thing. Or are you reflecting what you really wish you could have? On the other hand, on the other side is the Hermit. So it again suggests that you have to really go within to understand what it is that you both wish for, want, and would like as an end to this whole thing. And my little hidden card is the Knight of Wands.
Oh, yeah. Nice. Fire of fire. Holy cow.
Okay.
That's the most positive card of all of them that I've seen so far.
Yeah, but the whole point is it's telling you how to do it.
Yes. Yeah. Trust your heart. Follow your heart, and
that's
focus,
right.
Focus on the positive essence of that little girl growing up and moving forward. Shelley says that is very helpful and makes so much sense. Thank you, guys. Ryan, you or Jessica, you want to add something?
Yep, I got a few. I did a 3-card spread and looked at that bottom card as well. This is very emotional situation. All cups except the bottom card. My middle card is the 8 of cups.
Oh, okay. See, that's good. That's positive forward movement.
That's right.
Yeah. The left card is the King of Cups. So I see the King of Cups as keeping all of that emotion in mind, but
that's the leftmost card, and the 8 of Cups is in the middle, Ryan.
Yeah.
8 of Cups is in the middle, and then on the right side, I got the Ace of Cups.
Okay, new healing relation.
Healing. Yeah,
that's right.
I'm curious. Yeah. Are you seeing any of those cups? Are you seeing the cups as an addiction, or just an inability to carry the emotion required for the situation? How are you? I would say.
Okay.
I see the Ace of Cups more as a warning of over emotion in the situation, and I see the other 2 as being in control of those feelings, and not shoving them down or denying them or anything, but compartmentalizing it into the situation. So if this is a custody battle, that's very legal and supposed to be unbiased, full of facts and logic. Very legal stuff is, I always see that as very swords, very sword situation. So I see these as just staying on top of your emotions in a practical, logical, in a helpful way for the situation.
And what was
my bottom card?
That's what I was going to.
King of Wands.
King of Wands.
King of Wands.
Which again, believe in your passion.
Believe in your passion, and also, I see the wands and the cups, passions and emotions as 2 sides of the same coin of this more. I don't want to say. I don't think the right word is animalistic side, but more the wild side, more the wild
Yeah.
side of the human experience.
It's
And whereas pentacles and swords are very logic, very left brain, and I see the cups and wands is very right brain. So I see two kings here, and the walking away from the cups as a stay on top of that, those more wild tendencies, and
don't over talk, overextend, and don't show all your cards at the same time.
There you go.
Yeah.
There's very much a control the emotion, because I'm getting the energy, the idea of control the emotion so that you're expressing teaching of the controlling of the emotion. Does that make sense?
Well, the
Yeah.
the emperor suggests to be in total control of your fire and of your tears, if you want to call them that. Okay, as opposed to like, you don't want to be over logical, but also you don't want to be the hysterical woman in the courtroom.
Yeah,
right, because there's
that will be against you.
Because in my
are you catching that, Shelley? Be very, you need rock solid stability in this.
And that's right. You have to be the emperor here. You have to be in total control. And also that's where your traditions come in, because, the judge will see you as a traditional woman, and that means you're hysterical and you don't know anything. And depending on how you are being portrayed by the opposite side, what it will be in the end.
Yeah.
You have to play a role of being in total control.
Yeah, right, exactly. Every Wednesday at noon, Coco Penny. All righty.
I see the same thing because of the lack of swords too. So you don't want to use that analytical logic directly. But
no, this is where the emperor comes in. This is where the hermit. Yeah. This is where the hermit comes in. But you have to believe in your truth, which is what basically the wands are.
Yeah.
And we've had wands a couple of times.
Yeah, not be afraid of relaxing into it and moving, using that personal, emotional and spiritual alignment as the jumping off place. And the stability, the be in alignment, I don't know, the emotion. I don't know if it's that you don't show the emotion to the judge, but you need to be able to express the fact that you are way more emotionally stable than whoever your competition is. Right?
That's the point. Yeah.
Right? So,
no, you cannot not show emotion, because that's again a disrespect of. That's right.
All emotion. These cards are all cups for days. This is all about the emotion, right?
Yeah.
So that's really important to do.
But to understand that the emotions could be your downfall as well.
Yes, exactly. So
as can be your passion. If you come out like a screaming banshee, which is a different kind of emotion, but it's very, very how do you call it? Fire emotion. That's not going to help either.
Yeah, where was that wand? There was a Knight of Wands.
The Knight of Wands was my hidden card.
Right? Yeah, so there was the warning. That's the warning of stay in control of the emotion.
And the King of Wands.
And Ryan had the King.
Right.
Okay.
Cool. There you go. All right. So we move on to Mama Moo, who wants to know about her love life. And I'm not sure if she's still here. Did she stick around? Mama Moo is still here. Hey, Penny. Yeah, we are in class every Wednesday you can join through meetup.com/tarot-phenoms. You can join right here and be the sitters for readings right here on TikTok, or you can watch us live on YouTube, although there's nobody watching us live on YouTube, but So Mama Moo's got a
Bless
love
you.
life. Who's starting over there? You want to start, Ryan?
I haven't picked my card yet, so no.
All right.
Oh, you got to empty your
Jessica doesn't
hands
have a deck of
first,
cards.
right?
Jessica doesn't have cards. All right, Mary, do you want to start? And I'm going to fill my coffee cup while
All right, my middle card is the Chariot.
Ooh. I'll be right back.
That way, but you're going somewhere. On my left, that's right, is the King of Wands. The King of Wands suggests that, again, be in control of your passion. And on my right, is the Three of Cups. Celebrate whatever you decide on. And the hidden card, pardon? Yeah, the end, my last card is the Three of Cups, but my hidden card is the Nine of Wands. So the only way you're going to go through the Chariot and go where you're going, be careful. The King of Wands is telling you passion, passion, passion. But on the other hand, you've got the Nine of Wands.
So is there, so let's ask Mama Moo, is there actually, so is a Knight of Wands you got?
Okay, I got.
So that's going to be we're looking for a love life here. Is there a partner in your cards?
I don't see a partner. I see you going somewhere, but you're very, very open to the point of letting everybody know you're doing it, and you're standing on your high horse to a certain degree, and expecting to have a Three of Cups.
Yes. Okay.
Okay. So there's a lot of expectation.
So she's got somebody in mind. Yes.
I don't know if she's got somebody in mind, or
if
she's over exuberant at something that might be there.
Okay, so
I see a lot of mights.
Yeah. Where do we stand as I see lots of potential. I'm not seeing any solidity there. Is that what?
That's right. That's right.
So she's married. Oh, she's currently married. Does that change the energy that you're looking at, Mary?
It changes mine.
Yeah, mine too. Hey, you guys.
Okay. Even if she's married, from what I can see, is she's still going somewhere.
Oh yeah.
She is still, how do you call it, very strong and adamant, and she's still celebrating.
Yeah.
So the love life seems to be okay.
I'm not sure that it's the love life that's the problem, because it's a Knight of Wands, right?
It's the King of Wands.
Oh, it's the King of Wands, even better. So
okay. So is the love life the actual married situation?
Yeah, she's married.
Or is the King
married? She has the
if she is stable, then just keep on going, because the hidden card is the Nine.
She's considering separation.
Yeah, I'm looking at my cards, and I'm like, she's not happy.
She's going
okay. Well, the thing is, what
the King, right? Ryan and I got you leaving him, her, them, it, whatever. Mama, Ryan and I got you taking a walk. Well, and I haven't even turned my cards yet.
Okay, my card, the Chariot, says that something is moving.
Oh yeah. Oh, but the Chariot always comes. This is you can make it work.
That's right. That's what I'm saying. It could be two things. The Chariot, the center card, is movement.
I know.
Go for what you believe in. Is all about the Wands.
Yes.
Okay. And I've got a King of Wands.
Yeah, that's.
And I've got the hidden card as the Nine of Wands.
So she already knows what she wants.
Then you have to go for it to get your Three of Cups.
Yeah. The grass really is greener on the other side of the septic tank. Is that?
Well, you see, I don't like to.
Okay. Do you got a blockage in your cards there, Mary? Do you guys see a blockage anywhere in those cards?
The only block would be the Chariot.
And that's, so the Chariot energy is coming in there because
it's in the middle.
Yes. And it is totally in the middle. You feel that? Yeah. Also, Mama is in a position of wanting to move forward and go, but how do you move forward and go when the oldest child is in the middle? So
Mhm.
her concern is about fairness to the middle child. My response to that, no matter who I'm reading for, is always, I don't know how old your oldest is, Mama, but you are responsible for your spirit and he is responsible for his. And so his spirit already chose this pathway that you are going to choose in order to.
Yeah, the decisions were made before he was born.
Yeah, so right, so at an Akashic level, we kind of bought in here, and we kind of went, ooh, oh, you mean at the age of 9 my parents are going to split up? That's going to challenge. I can handle that. Okay, and yeah, oh, and this is going to happen at the age of 16. Oh, I can handle that. You get that energy?
Or I want to experience that to
Or
see
I
if
want-
I
yeah,
can
right
handle it.
at it. I mean, I don't know what the conversation is. I haven't been on the Akashic level in at least 56 years.
I sit on the Akashic level.
Right. So I mean, I like to breathe from that point, but it's, you know, I'm just oh, there you go. That's the, oh, I see how just lost. Okay. So here's the energy. He just lost his, is this a, hang on, now I'm confused by a comment that Mama has made. She says he's just lost his dad, my son. So did you just lose the husband? You're looking at a separation. And
I'm not, and now I'm really confused.
now I'm confused because the words don't make sense in my head. So I have to, oh, his stepdad. Oh, I see. Oh, okay. So did
the child came from,
somebody just died? Did one of the two, dad or stepdad, just died, and you're concerned in leaving him that your son will end up with only one dad instead of two dads, or is in how what's the energy?
I'm
Anyway,
very
that's
lost.
the energy.
I'm
That's
sorry.
the energy of
Yeah.
that chariot.
well, you
I
see,
know.
the chariot has two horses or two anythings. One is
Hmm.
white and one is black, or however you want to put that. So there's something two in there that you have to go through.
Yes. Yeah. There's no
Okay,
choice
there's a
there.
decision there.
Absolutely.
And there's also the fact that something happened. Yes, something happened. In mine, the
Ah.
chariot is all on fire, actually, which is really,
Mhm.
really interesting, the picture I have.
The chariot
So-
on fire. Yeah.
Okay.
So
If you
yeah,
if you want to see the card,
oh my
I don't know
gosh,
if you
that's
can.
gorgeous. Oh, it's beautiful. I like the, there's a okay, so often when I see the chariot, and I think that creativity is the way to get the horses to run together, right?
That's right.
And so Mama, I would say with the, she says that she doesn't think it's fair. And I have to agree with you, but unfortunately life is not fair. And
No one
so-
promised you a rose garden.
Right, and here you aren't, Mama, your task right here is to teach him how to deal with the unfairness of the situation so that you can both move forward.
That's right.
It's a chariot. You can stay like this and live in your okay with this situation for as long as it takes until you're ready for your son's spirit to deal with this. But your son is 9 and he's going to have a way easier time dealing with it if you make
It's
a clean
interesting.
break and are
Yeah.
growing.
It's interesting because my
friendly.
hidden card is the 9 of Wands.
No way. All right, hang on. All right, my coffee is ready. So I gotta get my cup. But let me see what I got for her, and we'll see.
Ryan, what did you get?
I got a King of Cups reversed and a King
Oh,
of Swords.
before
Yeah, so
I-
there's the battle right
Before
there.
I answer, what was, I'm still confused on the situation.
Okay, so all right. So there's two dads involved. One's a stepdad and one's the actual dad, and one of them he's just lost. Okay.
Oh, okay.
And so in her leaving, whichever one, I assume it has to be the stepdad that she's actually with.
Okay. So
she
she's
loses
wondering
the
whether to stay
second
with him for the sake of
father
her son,
figure.
or
Except
okay.
this father figure that you're with, is not the father figure that he lost, right? This guy, you want to leave him because he deserves to be left. Guys, I got a reverse King of Cups here. And when I get a reverse King of Cups, especially when it presents side by each with the King of Swords, it's like Mama knows exactly what it is that she needs to do in order to fix a situation that she is currently living in with her beautiful little boy. And that 9-year-old boy is going to grow up knowing that nobody is allowed to drag their family down in the pits of despair and destruction with them without their permission. And this is your power. This is you taking your personal power away from somebody else and giving it back to yourself. And that is where your fairness is. What is not fair is this King of Cups spending your life and your beautiful son's life focused on whatever is in his cup, because this is your life, this is your son's life, and you need to take that back for yourself. You know it, your son knows it, and once you make this break, everybody's going to be super happy. This final card, you guys, is 4 of Cups, and it's upright. This is
and this I have the 3 of Cups.
Perfect, comfort, happiness, win-win for everybody.
Okay, Ryan.
My middle card was the 10 of Wands.
10 of Wands. There's a challenge.
It's a challenge.
That's the challenge that she's feeling, right?
Yeah, you're burdened and you're not seeing
Okay, let me get my coffee while you talk.
Sure.
Go ahead.
And then my 2 surrounding cards around it are the Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups, which
that's interesting.
In this situation, I think that you're questioning whether or not to stay with this person because you know deep down that the grass is greener on the other side, and life is about to hand you, or is trying to hand you, that pentacle and that overflowing joy cup.
It's there.
But you're carrying too many sticks, man.
Say that again, Ryan? I barely heard that.
So I got the 10 of Wands in the middle, surrounded by the Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups. So I see it too focused on these burdens that you really should just let go in order to see what life is offering you outside of that, because it's offering you a lot. And and my hidden card was actually the Knight of Cups.
Okay.
See, that's forward movement towards that's the fire of water.
It's forward movement. Yeah.
I'm expecting some tears out of these cards, eh?
Yeah. And I kind of see the Knight of Cups actually as your I see that more as your 9-year-old son offering you his emotional support in the sense that you walk away from this, because the way that the Knight's sitting is it's facing completely away from this person burdened by these 10 sticks.
Right.
If I were going to look at my cards and how they're all facing away. They're all facing out. Yeah. The Chariot is facing out, not facing in. He wants to go somewhere. The King of Wands is facing out. He wants to go somewhere. The 9 of Wands is also facing away from his rods, if you want, or his wands, and taking one with him, but he's ready to go somewhere. And the end card are 3 women facing together.
So there's coming together and nurturing in the celebration, right?
That's right.
I like that.
That's right.
You feel those
what's
energies.
interesting to me is on the 3 cards, if you look at the landscape that they're on, where you're at is pretty barren and awful.
Yeah.
That's
nothing going on.
Yeah.
But you see on the outside you've got water and lily pads, which is all emotional joy and
like
clarity of emotion.
Yeah.
And then you got your lush garden.
So things will move.
You're stuck outwards in that mountain.
Yeah.
You need to come out of there and go into that garden.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
in that river.
Good eye. All righty. So I hope
And
that
that's-
helps you move forward there, Mama. But I think we're
And
we're pretty much a
and that night of
consensus.
cups, you see the river, you know.
Yeah.
it's-
You're gonna. I think I
Well,
have
move
to
on.
agree. Yeah, I have to
Yep.
agree with Ryan on the energy of the Knight of Cups representing your son, Mama, and that he
Let him be
is
your
still
knight
going
in
to find
shining
more
armor.
strength and support.
and also
from him.
he is strong,
Yeah, he's stronger
because
than
my 9 of Wands shows someone who is strong in what
Mhm.
they like and what they are going to stand up for.
There you go. Alrighty.
So maybe the Nine of Wands is her son as well, and
Yeah.
and, you know,
Yep.
might be
Yep.
wounded by everything, but still standing.
Well, in mine, he's not wounded.
Oh, okay. I'm thinking of
He's there
I'm
strong.
thinking of the RWS.
Yeah,
And what's
my
interesting
Nine of
is that
Wands-
he's 9.
my Nine of Wands, he's just freaking exhausted and doesn't think he can make it because there's this huge leap of stretch where he's got to jump over the river from the side that he's on to get to the other side. And he is so tired, he doesn't think he can make it.
I prefer my deck.
It's close to being there, right? All right.
Hey, listen, us newbies like our RWS because all of the books,
I'm teasing you.
all of the books have used that imagery.
Yeah,
I know,
it's
but this-
awful, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
But this is where you learn to like certain decks,
Growing
Ryan.
pains.
that's why I read
Okay.
Growing pains, Tina. Growing pains.
Oh no, I know. We all went through that. And right now I'm playing with a deck because I like its energy.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
I have this-
And I'll change the decks whenever the
Sure.
energy changes.
This is, so I've only read with this once, but I really, really want to read with it.
Which
I
one is
don't
that?
know. This is the Santa Muerte Tarot.
Santa
Okay.
Muerte.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
heard of that
Oh my
one.
God, this deck is gorgeous. I used this for the Halloween thing we did with Peppermaster there last year, Mary. These are the back.
Okay.
Let me know.
Yeah.
Let me know if anybody knows where I would be able to get my hands on a pagan otherworlds. That's the deck that I
Go
really
to
want.
tarotgarden.com. If anybody's got it, he's got it. And if he doesn't have
Okay.
it, he might know where to get it.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank
The
you.
deck
Tell him I
I'm playing.
sent you.
Okay. The deck I'm playing with right now
Can you guys
Okay.
see that?
is how do you call it? Fenestra Tarot. So all
Mm.
the imagery is like you're looking through a window.
This is Fabio Lestarani.
Okay. Yeah.
Gorgeous. It's all sugar skulls. It's really, really, really cool done.
Yep.
It is gorgeous. I really, really like. I haven't even figured out how to get the little white book out of the box yet. It's like jammed in there so tight. I haven't been able to pull it out. And I said, okay, I'm just going to leave you there. But there it is.
Maybe you don't need it.
That is her. I love this. This is just so nice. And I haven't had enough time to play with it yet. So there you go.
Well, this is
But,
why I play with
yeah.
a different deck when
Mhm.
we're doing these meetups.
This deck was when my house burned down in 2004. I had only, up until that day, I had only ever read with the Thoth Tarot. And I, of course, lost my Thoth in the house fire. So I went to Chapters to go looking for a new book and a new deck.
It is a
And
book.
this one I come up with, and this is Zach Long's Revelations. I showed this to you.
Yeah.
Guys,
Yeah.
if you want to learn, really want to learn how to read reversals, this is your deck. It is so pretty. It is so well
Okay.
painted. And Zach Long, the fellow that painted it, has such a deep understanding of the reversals that he did a really good job painting these up. And yeah, so I like playing with these, but my Thoth is always my go-to deck, just because it's it just is absolute truth to me, and I like it. All right, so as
I had to go into the library.
No
The
worries.
other deck that's, how do you call it, like that, is Tarot of Opposites.
Oh, you'll have to lower it down a little bit. I can only see the bottom of the
Okay.
box. Oh, there you go. Oh, very pretty. It looks very
Okay.
medieval.
It's very new. I don't know when it came out, but what's interesting is I'll just pull out a card. It's like yours in that respect. Okay. But it's much more.
The same publisher as that? Who's the
That's
publisher?
Los Carabio.
I believe it is, eh?
Yeah.
Los Carabeo. These guys are great, man. They are one of the main one of the
Yeah.
sponsors for Reader's Studio. So every time I go to Reader's Studio, I end up with a couple of decks and they have this swap table. Anyway, this is the first deck I ever read beside Toth, and the third deck that I ever owned that wasn't either a Toth or a deck of playing cards, I got at Reader's Studio in New York City. And Ashesh is, am I pronouncing your name right? How do I pronounce your name? Ashes. Ashesh. I'm not sure he pronounces his name. And we're going to do for them next. Sound good?
Sounds good.
All righty. And let's see what we can find out for Ashesh. I hope I'm pronouncing their name correctly. Oh, 3 of Cups. That's a celebration right out of the gate. Look at that.
Oh, that sounds like fun.
Hermit. Oh, this is great energy, followed by the High Priestess. Okay, so this is crazy energy, Ashesh. I don't know what you do, but this is the energy of celebrate the fact that you are about to go into a closet and spend your days nurturing whatever this is into existence and really creating. Right. So I've seen these cards looking exactly, feeling exactly this way. This is the energy of somebody who applied for a research grant and is about to get it or just got it. Right. There's the amount of work between the Hermit and the High Priestess here is insane. I don't know what this is, Ashesh, but I am. Yeah, this is great news. High Priestess says, focus. Yeah, I'll put you on the list next, Mel.
I'm laughing because I have the reverse in that respect. Okay, I don't do reversals.
No.
So my middle card is the 9 of Swords, and here she is worrying the hell out of herself.
Okay.
Okay, but the other card on the left is 2 of Pentacles. You're worried. You have the choice not to worry, and if you don't worry,
don't worry. Your choice.
Yeah, exactly.
And
it's
either
the
way,
it's the 8 of Wands.
8 of Wands.
Things are coming quickly. It doesn't matter either way.
Yeah. So you can
and
worry
the hidden
if you
card,
want.
and the hidden card is the Magician.
And then the Magician, right? Oh my gosh, that's beautiful. Ashesh, what the heck is coming up for you? Because this is crazy good cards. Wow.
Yeah, stop worrying. Get out of your head.
These are crazy good cards. What'd you get, Ryan? You getting a celebration party over there too?
Well, he's just come back. The cat didn't turn the cards.
No, the cat didn't do its job.
Shame on the cat.
Yeah. Mine's very interesting. My middle card is the Knight of Swords.
Oh.
Things are moving, and again, thinking.
Fire of the air, right? So is this a university energy, educational energy?
And my the card to the left of him is the King of Swords.
And then the King of Swords. Okay.
So the right card is the 4 of Wands. So yes, celebration. And my hidden card is the interesting one. My hidden card is the 5 of Wands. So I think there is reason to celebrate, but I think it's coming after some conflict.
There you go. All right.
Some kind of conflict.
Yeah.
The oral, if it is a university thing, the orals could have been a little bit tough. And as a result, you're worried about the end result.
Yeah, he's worried that he's got a final, his finals coming up. And so he's worried about that. And so
you've got the knowledge and logic, man.
You got it.
You got it. Yeah.
Sit down.
The knight and the king. It's just
spend the day.
I feel like that. I feel like the Five of Wands is your own internal worry about whether or not
Yes.
it's going to work out
Yeah.
for you.
Yeah.
But in reality, you've got
Things are
nothing to
moving
worry about.
quickly.
You're gonna be just fine.
So the king, I always see the King of Swords as not so much stuck in his ways, but so good at what he does that he doesn't even really need to think about it so
There you
long
go.
as he follows
right.
his own tried and true process.
Yeah,
That's right.
yeah, I'm
of
getting that
doing it.
energy too. Like, relax your sorry arse
So
because
it's almost
stop
it's
this.
almost like
Yes, you're gonna be fine.
it's almost
Don't
like
worry.
it's almost like he's already done this before, and this may be like the last one, or just maybe
It's
a
his
more
final
intensive
exam.
one.
Yeah,
So
it's the big
kind of
one.
so like I see it more as like maybe like I don't know if he's a lawyer or anything, but like your final exam of law school versus taking the actual bar. But it's the same, but it would take the same process for you to take that test. It just might be a more intensive test, which is why you're worried about it. But you already know what to do
Everything
and
there is
how
to know.
to do it. So
That's right.
trust
You know
your
how to ace it.
process.
There you go. All right, so
Trust
we
your
are of a
process.
mind, Ashesh. You just relax your ass and go write your exam. You're gonna be just fine, just fine. You know
Breathe.
stuff. You have put in
Breathe.
the time, you've put in the effort, you've put in the energy, you've got everything beneath you. They are not going to ask you any surprise questions that you might not know the answer
No.
to, dude.
So
You,
my wife's a physician, and she just took her final medical boards, and this fits so well with this. She was so nervous about taking the final medical boards and everything else, and even though the rest of us were like, "What are you talking about? You're gonna be fine." Like
Yeah, but it's
she was still
the
stressed
idea. Yeah, it's the
she's still
idea.
stressed about it, and then she still did the same thing she always does, where she got a like a Chobani yogurt the day of, a Smart Water. She went through questions one through this at this time the night before. It was like this very specific test taking process, and she's like,
yeah,
yes, logically I know that I will be fine, but I have to use this process
it's
because
like the hockey player with the magic sauce.
this is how I did it every
Yeah.
other time I've had to do it. So if I keep doing it this way, I know that it will work. I think it's the
It's-
same kind of
yeah.
concept. for it.
Same
It's
energy. I
it's
get
the
that.
left brain, right brain attitude where, I mean,
Mhm.
why do we shuffle cards?
No idea. Not like it's
Okay,
not-
it's the same thing. The idea is that you are, how do you call it, amusing that logical brain of yours that otherwise would go berserk,
All right.
and you have to amuse that baby.
Mhm.
Otherwise it'll cry just like your little daughter. Okay, and the way it
Yeah,
cries
yeah.
is it burps and stops you from using your right brain that has all that information already there.
Is it almost nap time? Is that what this
You
is?
know, so that's the whole point.
All right, keep moving on. We got Meliar, who's joining us from Germany this afternoon
Oh, welcome.
or this evening.
Guten Tag.
The
Or
one,
is it
Hi.
that's the
evening?
one country. That's the one country that is on my. That's actually been on my bucket list to visit.
Oh,
Out of
yeah,
every
mine
country in
too.
the world, before I
Oh,
die,
you're
I
welcome,
need to see
Ashesh. Good
Germany.
luck.
Ah, good for you.
All right. So I have information. I've known Mel is one of my first friends here on TikTok. So I've known her now almost 2 years. Holy cow, is it that long? So I know some details about stuff that I'll throw at you guys as we go through. And we'll see if we can pull out of the cards for her.
We're
Woo,
just
I'm gonna
doing-
jump her. I
Give me
got
2
a
minutes
jump.
to get there. I'm gonna go put my daughter down for her nap.
Okay.
Yeah, sounds
for
like
it.
a plan.
Bye.
She's getting grumpy. She said bye bye.
Bye-bye.
Right. Yeah, Mel's kids are a little older than that. So I got the King of Cups jumping out of the card, which gives me pause because the King of Cups is about the focus on some emotional thing that's disrupting you, right? let me see what the cards actually come out. Okay, stop jumping cards. Oh. The Ace of Wands reversed, followed by the Queen of Wands, followed by the Empress. So, oh, this is, okay. Okay. So Mel, I'm getting the energy here that is almost, it's like there's an idea that you have that you're trying to figure out, oh, yeah. So you want to move. I get the Ace of Wands reversed, you guys, followed by the Queen of Wands and the three, the Empress. And Mel has just thrown into the chat. I wasn't thinking about her landlord, but the guy who rents their apartment is a son of a bugger, and which may be the King of Cups. So this is call attention to him, right? And so how do you deal with this guy who's really not interested in you or any of your shit? He's only interested in his own shit, right? It's like having to deal with, you get Donald Trump for a landlord and you're Black. This is an issue. You know what I'm saying? All right. So he's the guy you got to deal with, and he is not interested in anything you got to say, anything you got to do or bring to the table. He really doesn't care. He's going to do what he does. So your best bet is honestly, why I'm getting the energy of do it yourself here. He said you should, but the play toys from the kids away. He took the toys away from the kids. Oh, well, you can fix that. Just ignore him and give them a better place to play. You get to be the mom here, right? Yeah. Is she telling him off? I'm getting vicious, wicked mom energy here. Ooh, geez, I don't even know what the landlord rules are in Germany, you guys, but I'm getting the energy of this guy needs to know not to mess with your kids. Is that
what's the issue going on, if you don't mind me?
I'm not quite sure yet. So she's having issues with her landlord because he's a bit of a jerk. And so
okay.
Yeah, so I'm getting from the essence of what the cards are saying. I don't know if you caught the cards there, Ryan. I got the Ace of Wands reversed, followed by the Queen of Wands, and then I got the three of Empress. The Empress screams of the mom energy and fed into by the Queen of Wands. I get vicious, wicked mom energy. Like, get out of my way, bitch. These are my kids kind of energy. And mom needs to
beat that guy down. Beat that guy down with all your sticks.
Right. Okay. But they're going into here with an Ace of Wands and it's upside down. So it's like, ooh, is this a good idea? Is this a bad idea? Am I going to get thrown out of my apartment? Is this the energy that we're working with, Mel? Anyway, that's where we are. I'm waiting for Mel to give me some information, but ultimately it looks like there is not much to be done, but to put the mom energy foot down and say, excuse me, dude, this is me. These are my kids. I live here. Okay. This is the space where my kids play.
I see it not being the greatest. I see it not being the greatest place to stay.
Yeah, well, moving. Yeah, but I don't think I'm getting the energy that I don't think moving is an option at the moment. And that's
what I'm getting is take a deep breath. I have the Four of Swords. Take a deep breath. Okay. Take a deep breath where you are right now.
Yeah.
Think about where you are. The Four of Swords says stand still.
Yeah.
Look at the situation.
Just relax into it. Wait. There's waiting and healing going on.
That's right. The other cards on either side, one is the Seven of Wands, which is know what you're looking at. Get your energy together and stand up for your rights.
Yeah. Yeah.
And on the other side, it's the Ace of Swords. Get your strategy organized.
Yeah, you need to know what your legal legs are, Mel. I don't know what the legal statute, if you lived in Quebec, I could tell you exactly how to behave in this. I would definitely find out. It's probably 100% easily available to you on the internet, the legal statutes involved
Okay.
in
And
landlord.
the hidden card is the magician.
There you go.
The magician has all his tools
Yeah.
before he produces whatever he wants to produce.
Yeah.
So get your act together, but
Yeah.
breathe first.
Yeah, breathe first, get dot all your I's, cross all your T's, get the information that you don't currently have as far as your legal rights and responsibilities are vis-a-vis the landlord. And then bring out the vicious mom bitch energy, Mel.
Mm.
Yeah.
You guys get that?
Yeah.
What are you saying, Ryan?
What do you see, Ryan?
My middle card is the 4 of Cups.
Mm.
Still,
4 of Cups.
hang in there.
Yeah, hang
Yeah,
in there.
with-
That's stability of emotion. Everything's going to be okay there, Mel.
Yep. Don't do anything too crazy. But the surrounding cards are what's most interesting to me is I think one is I see him as outcomes. Like I see the one is the right side is your outcome, and then the left side is your landlord's outcome.
Okay.
The left side is the tower,
Oh,
which
that's
I
good.
find
Tanya, you're
which I find interesting because and then the right card I see is the 10 of Pentacles, which I'm not looking at. The only thing that really jumps out at me in the 10 of Pentacles is the guy stoically sitting down with his grape robe on, and he's like, this is my house, this is my stability, and I'm on top of it, I'm in control of it. And it sounds like your landlord this probably isn't the first time that he's been this way with a tenant.
Oh, so he could very possibly already be on some sort of warning with the tenant board if they have such a thing.
Yeah, and I see his foundation of thinking exploding into space.
Well, I got a
yeah.
king of cups, so yeah, I got a
Yeah.
king of cups, so he's not doing much in the way of thinking. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well,
you wanna,
exactly.
okay, hang
So
on
we'll
a
have to
second,
think the
Ryan.
tower-
Hang on a second. Let me say that for Mel again, because the TikTok's doing his blinky thing. So Ryan's getting energy in reference.
He's getting the male energy, the landlord energy, whereas
the
I'm getting
landlord, right?
I'm getting her
And
energy.
the landlord is basically focused on his own shit. He's not interested in you and your little family. He's only interested in his own shit. But you are in a situation where there are rules and regulations that not only you have to follow, so does he, because we both sort of live in a semi-socialist country, much to the chagrin of the United States. And yeah,
No,
and
trust
so
me, I
what
wish
you
we
need
had
to
the same
do, Mel,
system.
is contact the rental board and find out what all of your rights and responsibilities vis-a-vis your tenancy are, so you know what your legal legs are to stand on. And then as soon as you know that, you
Go
are
for
in
it.
your rights to go psycho mom bitch energy. You get that?
Yeah.
And
It's interesting it's interesting looking at my cards in that perspective of what you were saying, Mary, about me, like my cards being him, because if
That's
I look
right.
at the 10 of Pentacles and the 4 of Cups as him,
Yeah.
it's a very selfish spread.
he's a selfish
that.
bugger. Yeah, I'm getting
Yeah.
the
And
selfishness too.
I don't know if this is you or if this is your landlord. It sounds like it could be a bit of both, considering, I mean, like if he's that selfish and stuck in his ways, I mean, that's a pretty trapped mindset in and of itself. And my hidden card is the devil.
The devil.
Ah,
So-
details.
The devil is in the details. It's also a control issue too, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So once you know what you don't know, and this is why I'm getting the Ace of Wands reversed here. Once you know what you don't know, Mel, then you'll know what to attack. But you need to know, you need to dot those I's and cross those T's first. You need to know where your ability to control is versus where you have none. And once you
and also what his control.
Exactly. And it's interesting that your hidden card was the magician.
That's right.
Because they're doing the same
That's right.
as above, so below motion.
Yep.
But
Yep.
yours is you have actual control.
That's right.
And
Yeah.
his is
Right?
illusory.
You
And
catch that, Mel?
his is in this situation, his is illusory.
Yeah.
Yep.
He
Yep.
loses, Mel and her family win. So yeah, so I
Yep.
was getting the energy the King of Pentacles gave me. Oh, you're welcome, Mel. The King of Pentacles is giving me the essence, the energy of the I have the upper hand. I have the legs to stand on. So in the
Whereas the
one
energy
case-
I have
Yeah.
is specifically for you, Mel. It
Yeah.
is take a deep breath, find out what you need to know,
Yep.
go for it, because you have all the tools
You
to
got it.
go
Yeah.
against that devil
What time we
in the
got?
details.
Yeah.
It's 1:30.
Okay, we got a little time left for one more.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it's interesting the way the cards split and
Yeah,
gave
funny
us
the way-
two different things. I always work from the perspective of what you can do as opposed to what others feel, you know. And it's interesting, Ryan, that you came up with the other side of the story.
What the
Yeah.
hell is a Duramax, you guys?
Pardon?
What is a Duramax? Somebody just came in my chat and they said, do you tune Duramaxes? What's a Duramax?
Never heard
Sounds
of
like
the
a
term.
sounds like a battery.
It is very TikTok comes up with the weirdest memes, you guys.
Well,
Yeah,
it could
I
be
know
some
this
kind of
guy-
extraterrestrial too.
I might be able to tune
Could
it,
be.
but I don't even know what
It
it
could
is.
be
This guy
an-
is a
Right.
no, this guy is a selfish mother, and you have the
Yeah.
you have the ability to kind
you
of
got
put
the
him
upper
in
hand.
place.
Yeah,
'Cause
yep. That's the
he's-
whole point. As long as
He's
you,
doing some questionable stuff.
yeah,
Oh,
but as
oh,
long
that
as
was-
you
that was it.
breathe,
Mel, that was the other part. That was the energy that I was getting, was that there's a possibility that he's had his name come up before the rental board before, and that he's on some kind of warning. So you let me know. She's gonna
Mhm.
make us a little video, you guys. I'll tag you through Phenoms when she makes it so you can see it. Appreciate it. Let us know how this works out, but don't worry about it. You guys got the upper hand here. All right, Tanya is looking for a reading. I still haven't figured out what a Duramax is, you guys.
how do you spell it?
Duramax.
Okay, it sounds like a battery. You're right, Ryan.
Thank you.
Tune a battery. Tune a radio, maybe. Tune a guitar. All
Tuna
right.
fish.
Tanya, you still kicking around or are you gone? Oh yeah, she's still here. Good. All right.
Duramax, it's a battery of some kind.
Hell,
I
battery.
looked it up in Google and it's Duramax diesel, Duramax for sale,
Oh, it's a
Duramax
truck.
The clairvoyant?
tuner.
No.
Oh, it's a truck.
Duramax engine.
It's a truck.
Yeah,
Trucks
something
run
like
on
that.
batteries, Tina.
I don't know.
Anyway.
I've tuned a Spitfire, but never a Duramax. There you go. So yeah, no, there you go. No, I can't tune a Duramax. I've never seen the underhood of a Duramax because I don't know what it is, but one day, maybe. All right, Tanya.
Not interested.
I haven't got a comment back from Tanya here, although the thing says she's still here. All right, I'll see what we can do for Tanya, you guys.
How you doing, Jessica? She is.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Doesn't make much noise, but she's
Exactly.
All
No,
right.
she was saying she didn't have the cards. That's why I was wondering.
Yeah. So are you able to pay attention to what the cards are talking about in your head though, Jess? Without
Yeah.
a deck? Good.
Yeah.
That's the point of it, right? This stuff sinks in. All right. So
Yep.
Tanya, I got the Two of Pentacles reversed. And then I got the Eight of Swords reversed. And then I got the Page of Cups, and they're all reversed. Ay, madre. And she says she wants a love reading. She's in a relationship and she's not sure if it will last. And so, yeah. So whatever's not working isn't working because this Two of Pentacles is legitimate. You either are in alignment with the relationship or you aren't. And in this particular case, you aren't. So it feels like you're all over the place. And because you're not sure, you're almost sort of creating this energy of, should I stay or should I go? I mean, this literally Eight of Swords reversed. You see the situation. you're not sure if you should stay or if you should go, but it's the Eight of Swords. And the Eight of Swords is usually, it is a card that references the energy of wanting to move forward, thinking I can be in a better place and I can be bigger and brighter and I can be smarter. And it's all about the thought process of being there. And the only thing keeping you from moving forward in this card is yourself. Because if you look nice and close up at it, you see that the person depicted in the card here is the one that's holding on to the ropes that keep them bound up. So if you drop the ropes, you're going to be able to feel more like you're capable. Yeah, caring about somebody isn't the point though, right? And so you can take the blinders off and see what forward movement looks like. And then the Page of Cups also, and she's actually got her blinders on because she's upside down, you see. And on this particular card, he draws it on the bottom, and you see she's wearing a blindfold here. I don't know if you guys can see that there. I froze on TikTok. Anyway, both the previous card, the Eight of Swords reversed, and this one, the main character, they're both wearing blindfolds. I don't know if I've come back yet to you, my dear Tanya. You'll be able to get this after on TikTok, on YouTube if you missed it anyhow. And so if you take the blindfold off, then you'll see your happiness is right in front of you, but you're choosing to not see what's right in front of you. And that's what's disrupting you. And here's the funny part. Because all three of these cards are completely upside down, I cannot tell you whether it's actually a good idea for you to move forward or a bad idea. What I can tell you is that the second that you get out of your head and relax into who you are and what you want, and can see your way forward with some kind of calm, collected sanity, then you're going to see exactly where your happiness lies. And that's where your forward movement is. And then you make that decision. But you really need to get into alignment with yourself, because you go, oh, he's a really good guy, I want to be with him. But he's not a really good guy, I want to be with somebody else. And so the universe, this is where the confusion comes. And I don't know if you guys work the same way. Tanya, this has nothing to do with his feelings. This has to do with yours. If you are all in, go all in, get out of your head, and you will very quickly find out whether his feelings are true or not, because you've gone all in. Or if you're not going to go all in, go all out. And if you say, I'm not sure your feelings are true, I'm going all out, you will very quickly find out what his feelings are true. But as long as you are worried about what he wants and what he thinks, you are not focused on what you want and what you think, ergo you are not in alignment with yourself. How can the universe help you follow your path to true joy and happiness if you're turning cartwheels on the path? Do you follow that? And so you need to really relax and get into yourself. And because I'm not seeing him, I'm just seeing you. Okay. What do you got there, Mary? You got anything to add for Tanya here?
Well, Tanya, it's the Ace of Pentacles that's in the middle. So there's something there. It's open and it's up to you. On the left, I see the Knight of Cups, and it's interesting. In my Knight of Cups, he's got nothing in his cup, and he almost looks fierce.
Oh.
So whoever you're with doesn't quite, he wants something, and you're not sure what you want, because on the other side, I have a 5 of Wands. So there's a conflict going on. You want something. He's not sure, but whatever it is, he wants it. There is the conflict.
You get the idea that it's not, I'm not getting a lack of input output. I'm getting a feeling of she's not clear on the messages that he's sending.
That's right. Because the hidden card is the 3 of Pentacles.
Oh, work to be done, building. But what did you say?
Cooperation.
Conversation, communication.
And it's being stopped by the 5 of Pentacles, 5 of Wands.
There you go. So are you guys actually in a relationship right now? Tanya is my question. I'm just waiting to hear what Tanya says or read what Tanya has to say. Yes.
Meanwhile, Ryan,
she's currently in a relationship with this fella person that we're talking about. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm getting the disruption is coming from very much internal because
yep.
he doesn't understand. Is it because she doesn't understand the messages or the signals that he's putting off, or because he's putting off mixed signals, or does it matter at this point?
It doesn't matter at this
Thank
point.
you, Mama.
There's nothing in between. Ryan, what do you have?
Interesting. My middle card is the Six of Swords.
Somebody's going somewhere. Somebody thinks they've won.
That's my go with the flow card.
And yeah, also, I mean, I kind of see it in this case as if, like, no matter what you do, the situation is moving. It's whether or not you want to be the one steering the boat, or if you want to be the one sitting behind the swords, letting life happen to you.
So Ryan got the control issue too.
Yeah.
Yes, I did. And the card to the left, of the Six of Swords, I got the two of Wands. And my hidden card was the Ace of Wands, which if you look in the Ace of Wands, there's a castle in the background.
Yeah.
Which in this case very well could be the guy in the Two of Wands in that very castle, looking out way beyond into the field and seeing a wand being held out by the world. Like, here you go.
Yeah. In mine, the Knight of Pentacles has nothing in his cup.
Knight of Cups, yeah.
The Knight of Cups has nothing in his cup. And he's fiercely looking at it.
The card to the right for me was also the Knight of Cups.
That's interesting.
Which I always think of the Knight of Cups as kind of like the moon of the knights, where he's giving you an idea of something, but you don't actually know if that's what is really happening behind him. So I think what's happening here in what I'm looking at is the boat in the Six of Swords is your relationship.
It's going somewhere.
It's going somewhere, but you have no idea where it's going. And you have no idea where it's going because you're focusing on your own world and what could be out in the distance, based on that hidden wand card. And you're doing that because he's the Knight of Cups in this case, which is the, illusion-based knight.
Bring that focus to talk to me a little more how you're seeing the energy between that wand and the knight.
Well, they're okay. So if you're looking at them from the outside perspective, I mean, this is, to me, this is the actual relationship.
On one side, it's rocky. On the other side, it is placid. If you look at your Six of Wands. So it's like, you don't know which way it's going.
Right.
Yep. And then you've got the two of Wands facing away from it, and then you've got the Knight of Cups facing away from it on the other side. So I think of the Two of Wands as you in the situation where you're things are fine. I mean, you're stable. Things are okay, but you're wondering whether or not the world outside has more to offer you than the world you're in. Because like I said, he's in a castle, and there's a castle in the background that he could be standing and looking out over that world.
All right. So so watch so when you look at the elements of the individual cards, and we're looking at here, you've got the wands are a fire and the knights are a fire. And so the two are gonna come together. So they're representing the same energy on either side. One is a fire that either needs more energy put into it or more energy taken out. So there's a choice of what we're going to do with the energy on the first card. The six is the energy of, as you really, really, really articulated well, by the way, Ryan, it's that energy of really, it's so going with the flow. right? You have no control over the boat. The boat's going where the boat is going, right? The other guy's steering the boat. You don't get to steer the boat. You get to decide what you're going to do with the boat. And because it's a 6 of Swords and it's nice and stable and it's not really bad, even if it's not really, really good. So you can kind of go with the flow. When it's followed by the Knight represents action. That's where the fire comes into it. And so because it's a Fire of Cups, he's I imagine the energy of Tanya stepping out of the boat when it gets to the other side, and there being a white horse waiting for her to charge off towards her happiness. And the question that is completely lacking, both in my cards at the very, very beginning, and in, that's why I asked, focus on the energy between the wand and the Knight there. The energy missing is what Tanya wants here. I don't see what Tanya wants.
It's the Ace of Pentacles, and it's the 3 of Pentacles. Okay,
Right.
so she wants stability. She wants a real life. She wants a lot of things. She's got to work at it.
Yes, but unless
But she's in conflict with the 5 of Wands.
Because he's giving her those mixed signals.
That's right. She doesn't know what he
Yeah,
wants.
the mixed signals isn't. That's what I always see of this night. I was explaining to Mary earlier that
Yeah.
this is. Like I said, I always think of the Knight of Cups as the moon of the night.
Yeah.
Where,
Well,
like,
see,
Yeah.
the Knight of
he's giving you the idea of himself that he wants you to see, but you don't
That's right.
necessarily know if that's actual truth.
You get that,
See,
Tanya?
that's what I like about this card as well. He's fiercely looking at a cup that is
More interested
empty.
in that. Yeah. So I'm getting the energy. See, I don't have that. I don't have any of that here. He is completely irrelevant in my cards. He is completely irrelevant to what Tanya wants and what Tanya needs out of life. Tanya needs to be focused 100% on who she is, what she wants, what she needs, and
That's right, because she's getting all these weird messages and she's fighting it.
Yeah.
You got it. And the trick
Focus on
is
your own world.
once she decides what she wants and what she needs, then she will be able to clearly see what she cannot see currently. That's why the 2 blindfolds were jumping out at me like crazy. And when you take off the blinders, Tanya, you will see him exactly who you think you see him as. And frankly, I have yet to meet many Knights of Cups that I think are necessarily good guys. So when you get to the other side of this river Styx, honey, I want you to jump on that horse and ride.
Don't pay the ferryman.
Me. Ask my wife. I'm that Knight of Cups. I'm real.
There you go. Now you're the Knight of Cups.
It almost sounds as if they're feeding off each other's energy. Like one of them manifested like there's a problem. There's got to be a problem here. So of course they've manifested that. And then they're like, see, there is a problem there. But then the other person is like, well, why have you got a problem with what's going on? So they're just feeding off each other's energy. And that's why it's back and forth.
That's right.
Yeah, there's a lack of clarity coming from the signals that he's putting there. Frankly, do I think it will last? If you two don't sit down and actually clarify the communication between the 2 of you, Tanya, it is not going to last. But
it's going to be conflict over conflict over conflict.
After the communication, the lack of communication here is so key. You can make it last as long as you are comfortable with this. It will last until the cows come home, because he doesn't seem any more keen on changing anything than you do. So
What'll help you is if you guys got to go from this.
So that you're focused, right? So Ryan's showing the 2 cards, and what he's got is the 2 cards that represent you being the Deuce of Wands and him being the Knight of Cups. And the way they came out in the cards, the Deuce and the Knight are looking away from the boat that the 2 of you are in together, right? To get see, this is why the 6 of Swords comes up, the two of you are in the same boat together. So if you're thinking that you're confused about whether this relationship is going, then he's likely in the same situation. So until the two of you sit down like grown-ups who want to have a permanent long-term relationship and communicate the hell out of this cup, so that you're both working together on you both growing and becoming the people that you are meant to become in your lifetimes, with or without each other, and then bring that to the table so that the best of both of you come to the table and create from there. And only when you come to the table together can I tell you whether it's going to last. But frankly, without the communication, you ain't going anywhere. But
choice is always your option.
yeah.
You don't have to stay in the status quo, because that too is a choice.
Yeah. You get that, Tanya? Good luck with that, honey. Let me know how it goes. If you guys are like, I don't know what kind of relationship, if you guys are members of a church, you can get couples counseling, even if you're not married.
You can get couples
pastors.
counseling anywhere.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe there's a
whether it's through a
social workers,
church
whatever.
or through legal aids of any
University,
kind.
school, high schools will have guidance counselors.
That's right. Social affairs
trained.
areas.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so you can
Yeah.
help bring somebody else into. Did
A
you
mediator.
did you see a third energy coming into this at all, you guys? In those cards, I put my cards away. Did you
The hidden card was 3 people.
there you go. So there's a possibility for bringing a mediator then.
My hidden card was the Ace of Wands, so maybe
There's new energy.
seeking out
Yeah.
someone
Yeah, put new energy
handing
into
you
it, right?
something.
Yeah.
Who had the deuce? There was a deuce of wands in there, right?
Yeah, that was
so
Ryan.
that adds to what I originally said. You either go all in, and then you will know where he stands, or go all out, and then you'll.
But you have to
know where he
talk.
stands. But communication is your gift, Tanya. Good luck with that. Martina, are you still hanging out here waiting for your reading? Now is Martina gone? I'm showing 2 people in the chat, but yeah. Hello, Strawberry Delight. How you doing? I don't know if Martina stuck around for her cards. Poor thing. Yeah, that's TikTok for you. And this is why I don't charge for readings on TikTok. And I highly recommend that other people don't either. Because, man, if I paid for a reading and then stuck around.
It fell apart.
Martina is here. Good. Oh, yeah. No. Oh, and then TikTok blinks. They can't hear me. Right. And they paid me money for the reading. I really don't think so. That's why I don't do my paid readings on here, you guys. Martina.
Paid readings are private anyway.
You want to start, Ryan?
It should be sure. Let me pull the cards here. Is there a specific question, or is this a general?
I can read through and see one. I always pull the cards as if they're general. She wants to know if Ryan is Ledo. I got a specific question for you here.
Okay.
She wants to know if Ryan is legit or a scammer.
Ryan, me.
Ryan.
You?
Did
the baby?
What was your first card?
Did the baby not give it away that I am absolutely a scammer?
You're a scammer? No, not you. For Ryan. I hope it's not your
Ryan. Oh, okay, yeah.
No. Oh yeah.
Wow, this is interesting.
I love the words. This is interesting. Do you love it when a witch sits down with tarot cards, looks at your cards, and she goes, "Oh, this is interesting." That'll scare the crap
So the middle card is the 8 of Cups.
8 of Cups.
Which is really, because that's like, to me, beyond the obvious of like multiple choices and all that, but in this case, it's illusions, pure illusions. It's it's like all the cups look exactly the same, but you don't really know what each one has in it. But the 2 cards to the left and the right of it, I got the Page of Swords and the Knight of Cups. Again.
And the what?
So the Knight of Cups is Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups is coming up a lot.
The 9 of Cups is on the right.
Is on the right, and the Page of Swords is on the left. And again, both of them are facing away from that from that middle card. So this emphasizes that you really, it's like there's really no way of knowing one way or the other.
Yeah, well, I don't know about that. Page of Swords. Page of Swords. That is the seed of knowledge.
Yeah.
Right? That's the seed of the air, right?
Yep. So
And
you're gonna find out.
yeah.
As soon as you turn around and face that sword, you'll find out. So Haran is whether he's a scammer, and what is this, a business associate? Is this a
Oh, I hope it's not a business. Holy crap! I hope it's not.
Yeah, right.
Martina,
right.
tell me you haven't given this guy any money. Hi, Allison. How are you, honey?
Okay. If I can just interject, my focus card is the 10 of Cups.
Oh,
Over the top. Okay. And the two people are happily standing there, and she is waving her hand and enjoying it.
yes.
But below that, if you want, to my left is Justice.
Oh.
And she's got her sword pointing down. She's not blindfolded.
Oh, she sees.
And she is holding the scales quite high up. So the girl is balancing what's going on. And on the right, I have the 7 of Wands.
Oh.
Okay. So she's balancing and trying to figure out. And here's the kicker. The hidden card is the 6 of Cups. So there's nostalgia involved. There's the idea of innocence involved. There's the idea of I wish involved.
Or I woulda, shoulda.
Yeah,
Okay.
I wish.
I wish.
Okay, so that's kind of like an interesting take on the whole thing.
Yeah, so I like the way that Ryan said, oh, this is interesting. Well, I turned my cards and I went, ooh, this is interesting.
I think we all have very interesting cards.
Yeah. Remember what I was saying about the Knight of Cups? I got a Knight of Cups. I always am always giving pause when I get
I'm very leery of Knight of Cups. Very much it always seems, like I said before, it always seems like they only project you what they want you to see and not necessarily what actually is.
Chameleons.
The Knight of Cups lives for his cup. Everything he does for his cup. If you are in a relationship with a Knight of Cups, you better be his cup. If you're not his cup, then you have a problem because you're competing with his cup. If you're okay with competing with his cup, then you're okay with that. Followed by the Knight of Cups, which makes me crazy, is the 6 of Pentacles. Except it's not a give and take card. It's a reverse give and take card, which means that you're not giving, you're giving, and he's taking, and he's not giving back. So you're not getting. And I don't know what you're not getting, but whatever you're not getting is getting you kind of going, hello, you can get this elsewhere. Wake up and smell the coffee.
And you're aware of it.
And you got a Page of Wands, which is, this is Page of Wands.
Or the 7 of Wands.
7 of Wands, right?
Page
Choose your battles carefully. If this is how you want to go through life, being second to this cup, cool. You could do this, but I have a feeling your heart wants a little bit more. The question being, is he a scammer? Well, based on the 6 of Pentacles, I said he very well may be, which is why I asked, did you give this guy any money? Don't give this guy any money. Because that money is just going into his cup. It's not going into you, because somehow I don't think you're his cup. Do you catch this, Martina? And universe is saying, pay attention. There's lots of bells.
Justice.
The justice card came up in Mary's. That's pay attention to what you are not seeing.
The weirdest thing to me, though, is my hidden card for her is the world.
And the world, yeah. So it's walk on, baby. Walk on. Time to find a new love.
Get out of the nostalgia and hope.
Yeah. I don't know if he's scamming you or not.
Or he could be thinking about it.
or if he's planning it, but this guy
might-
is not for
He
you.
might not be doing. He also might not be doing it maliciously either.
Yeah,
It's-
it
it's-
could
No.
just be.
So
Yeah,
like
it
for
could just be
if you
about his
consider if you consider his entire personality or his entire state of being is all of these cups, I
Mhm.
mean, he's got good things to offer
He's
you
got
and
good things
everything,
to offer.
but
Yeah.
there's also danger and things that aren't going to be good for you in it.
Yeah. Oh,
well.
Autumn. Yeah, here you guys, you'll like this. Autumn Garden Crystal says into the chat, sounds like emotional scamming. Right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
again, and he will take that. That's 6 of Pentacles. This man is a sponge. He's gonna suck up everything you can pour into him, whether it be money,
All 10
emotional,
pentacles,
your time, your
or
energy,
all 10 cups.
everything.
He's
This is
definitely
everything.
an incubus.
Yeah,
Definitely an incubus. Not to be confused with
succubus.
the great band.
Succubus.
Just
He's a
succubus.
succubus. There you go. Yeah,
Yeah.
very much that energy. Yeah, no, we don't like this guy for you, Martina. We don't like him one bit unless you are his cup. And we don't think you are his cup. And so you need a better cup. What do you think, guys? Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get you a Queen of Cups cup.
Yeah. Make your happiness real. Walk on. Listen to the universe calling you. You feel this? Good luck. Sorry with the bad news there, Martina. Bulletproof. I think you wanted you want to jump in on this before we go for the day. How much time have I got left?
It's 2 o'clock.
It's 2 o'clock. One more and then we'll screw off. Okay, you guys?
Yep.
Sound good. All right. Bulletproof, you the last one, my friend. Good timing. This is Leah, you guys. Let's see what we can get for Leah.
Okay.
It's Allison. Oh, I'm sorry. Apologies.
I'm getting jumpers. Too many jumpers. I'm not looking at them.
Yeah. How many jumped out?
6.
Oh no, I would never pick up. That's like Heinz 57. That's just like
Yeah. No, that's what I'm saying. I'm
Oh,
not
I
looking
see.
at them.
You changed it, do a name. All right, here we go. Allison's got a Hierophant. Oh, followed by a Page of Wands. Followed by a 6 of Wands. This is great.
Lots of wands again.
Oh, this is good energy though. This is a
Not
what
what I'm looking at.
here. Allison. Like the Hierophant is about rules and regulations and boundaries and dotting your I's and crossing your T's and putting everything into place. And sometimes it references a human being that's in control of all of that self. Okay. So, all right. And Allison says, oh, I've been working on myself. So this is great. Okay. So this is who you want to be working on, and you want to do it as meticulously, as religiously as you have been doing it. She's also a Scorpio, you guys, which means very little to me because I don't do astrology. Maybe you guys can bring something with that. So here's the Hierophant. The Hierophant is key, right? This is the key to your soul. Do you feel this? Also still in court. Okay, well, hang on. We'll see what happens. Courts, don't even worry about court. Court comes out all in your favor. There is nothing getting in the way of that. Page of Wands is those rules, regulations. This is just you putting your foot down and living your best self in this situation that you're going to, and be proud of yourself. Yeah. Cross all the I's, dot all the T's, put everything in place, everything in order. And then you walk on, girl, with your head held high and your shoulders back, because bitch, you gonna win all that. This is virtuous victory. And oh my God, I am on fire with the energy of these two cards flowing together here. There, yeah, just do this. Do whatever you gotta do here. Do this, and you win. You totally win. Oh my God. Just relax into it. Relax in it. She says she's happy to hear this. She's been trying so hard. And the 6 comes up here like this, you guys, because the struggle is so hard. It is so challenging, but you have gone all in on this. You have put all of your power and your energy into it. You have aligned yourself with your soul. You've got the beginnings energy. You are trusting it. You are living it. You are following it. Just keep dotting those I's and crossing the T's and follow it. This is victory, big time victory. Let's see if my tarot phenoms have any
Ryan.
anything for you guys. Oh my gosh. Wow. I've got Allison crying again. Oh, I'm so sorry to make you cry, sweetheart.
Interesting. I got Queen of Cups is my middle card.
A Queen of Cups, the catalyst.
She's the to me, she's like the ultimate magician of emotion and world. She makes her own world the way she wants it to be, as beautiful. That's why her cup looks so much more badass than any other cup in the deck.
Yeah.
And to the left,
hold on a sec, because I want to add to that. So especially because Allison, what the energy he's talking about, that you are all that a bag of chips, right? Like the energy I am feeling just coursing through my veins. But that Queen of Cups, do you know who else is a Queen of Cups? Oh, you can't really hear Ryan. I'll crank him up for you.
Crank up Ryan.
The Queen of Cups. Do you know who else is a Queen of Cups? Donald Trump was a Queen of Cups. And the reason that Donald Trump is a Queen of Cups is because he is the catalyst for bringing to what we are experiencing right now, and the truth and the reality falling into place as a result of, January 6th and all that. So he's a catalyst for reality falling into place. That's why that's my catalyst card. Very much making real of everything that we want. You get that?
Yeah.
All right. Or in the language. Sorry guys, I'm sweary.
All good. Two of Cups is the card to the left, which I see as transactional. Two of Cups.
Two of Cups.
Some people say, I mean, I do see this as a love card and all that, but I see this more as equal transaction, as fair transaction. So I think of you said there's a hearing or something. I think it's going to be very fair. It's going to be very, it's going to be very amicable, very fair, and all of that. And then super cool, I also got the Six of Wands.
Yes, Six of Wands. So it's
to the right of the Queen of Cups.
Yeah.
And then after that, my hidden card was the King of Pentacles, which is the Queen of Cups is the ultimate manifestation of her own happiness.
Yeah.
And all that. The King of Cups is the ultimate manifester of his own reality.
Right.
So I whatever you want to have happen, as long as you keep your focus on it, and you were talking about the law of attraction earlier. Like this is like that to the extreme. Just you already know what to do. You already know what to do.
You'll love this, Ryan. She posts into the chat. I've been told I'm a master manifester. Manifestator.
Yeah.
Oh, perfect.
Well, that's perfect because you're living. This is the manifestor card. This.
Yeah, you are creating your own at the same time. You're creating your own emotional happiness, your own world, and you're also making it real and visceral.
I'm bringing it home, and you totally, you come out on the. This is going to feel fair and just and right.
Very fair, very amicable, equal transaction, and you'll be successful.
Yeah, it's a total win-win all the way across the board, eh?
But also just remember that this guy moves through his victory, but he doesn't stop and wallow in it.
Yeah.
He accepts the win, and then he goes off and on to the next thing.
Yes, the seven of Wands is the same energy because it's a wand. It's the same energy of the Knight of Wands in that it's pulling that the beginning motion of the wand energy and starting, right? What follows this Seven of Wands is an 8. So as you're dotting your I's and crossing your T's, the Hierophant comes into play here to tell you, what are you going to do next? And start thinking about that. You guys see that?
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah. So we wish you luck with that. All right. My time is up. I can leave the chat room open for you guys if you want to keep playing.
I
with
have to
cards.
go. I will have to go. But I have a couple of things for Allison.
Allison, oh, sorry, Mary. Oh my God.
That's all right. I have the Chariot as my middle card. So you are in charge of which way the Chariot is going to go. Here's the issue. I have the 7 of Wands. So that's 2 sevens. And the 7 of Wands says, be strategic in the way you choose what you want. And then I have the 5 of Swords.
Oh.
So be
Another card of
careful.
victory.
Be careful of how you choose. Be very logical, but don't overstep your boundary. And the hidden card is the Ace of Wands. It's all yours as long as you don't overstep. Just like Ryan said with the 6 of Wands, know what your next step will be. Don't overplay your card.
It's so important. Watch this. Just out of all, and she's learned the hard way. So
I'm sure.
He is exactly who we're seeing in the cards here, guys. Allison, Mary got a 7 of Wands. I got a 7 of Wands. Ryan got a 7 of Wands. You take 3.
I got a 6 of the 6 of Wands.
Oh, we got the 6s. You got the 7s. We got the 2 6s.
Yeah, we got the victory one.
I had the 2
Oh, I know
sevens.
what it was.
I had 2 sevens.
Had 2 sevens, right? So the chaos.
And the 5 is a chaos.
It was the 7s with the 2 wands that hit me. So when because I got the 6 of Wands, Ryan got the 6 of Wands, right? This is the virtuous victory. There's a forward motion 7, but when you take the 3 of them and you add them together, you get a third 7, which is a 25. 5 and 2 is 7. You get the third 7. So your third, that virtuous victory energy, right? So the warning of make sure that you know what you're doing next. Fall into place.
And interesting is if you add your 2 sevens together, you get 14, which is
5. 14 is temperance, but it's also a 5 of knowledge and learning.
Yeah.
So your 2 sevens together with it added together, you get the 14, gets you temperance, moderation.
Exactly. So until she knows the outcome,
which is what the 5 of Swords says too.
Autumn Garden, what scent? What scent did you just pick up? So who was it taught us about? Maybe it was Benabel, maybe. One of the teachers had come to readers and had talked about all the different ways that we connect to the universal energies. And one of them was
sense of smell.
Yes, Claire. No.
Yeah, there's a name for that, but I don't remember.
Oh, I can't remember what the word was. Anyway, somebody that's paying attention to the chat just got hit with that, and I'm wondering if it should be pulled out. So sort of an incense, sort of a scent. It's only going to mean something to Allison. If it means anything to anybody, I would think here, guys. Oh, okay. So Autumn has energetically smelled Allison's incense that she's currently burning. So
wow.
All right. What had Autumn had thrown something in there earlier? She'd made a comment. Was that on a different set of cards? I don't remember. Autumn, surely you had a thought in your head on the cards that you need to speak.
Before we go, I'm sorry to interrupt. Do you guys have a way that I would be able to get in touch with you outside of the weekly or the bi-weekly Phenoms luncheon room? It'd be nice to talk further with you guys outside of this particular medium.
Sure.
I am going to type my text number into the chat.
I'm on Facebook if you want, Ryan, as well.
Oh,
Okay.
I'm not on. I'm not on.
you must
Okay,
know.
if you're not
social
on
medias
Facebook,
anymore.
no, I know. I have to be for a variety of reasons.
There you go.
But
you don't need to explain yourself.
okay, but
I
you
got
can
off of
always,
my own mental health reasons.
yeah, no, I get that. The best way to contact me is at Mary at Toutarot, TOUTAROT.ca.
Hey,
Okay,
Will you type that into
Tina?
your
I
message?
typed it into the chat here. Click on
Okay.
your little chat button down there and it'll tell you my
Okay.
phone. Yeah, and you can use that to text me.
Okay,
If texts cost you anything, it's also on WhatsApp, but you got to send me a message to tell me that you sent me on WhatsApp.
okay. Whereas
Oh.
I'm a lot more
no,
old fashioned.
Oh yeah.
But how do you call it? Just email, and then we can make an arrangement, through a different app of any kind.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So not sure. Wonder what kind of incense are you burning, Allison? No, maybe it's just the universe going here. Pay attention, whack, by letting her smell the incense. That's crazy.
Yep.
I love when stuff like that happens.
I should have been using the Rana George's cards. What's my email?
Sandalwood.
Okay, it is.
Oh,
I
that's
have a piece of paper finally.
Okay.
There you
First name is Mary.
All righty, you guys. I am going to just, while you guys do that, I'm going to say goodbye
If
to
you look
our,
at underneath me, it says Toutarot.
thank you guys for
You
coming in.
see
today.
my
You
sort
are
of thing?
welcome.
Yeah.
Okay.
No,
It's
Mhm.
Toutarot. That's what
we'd
it
like to
is.
say at
At
we
CA.
practice tarot cards, learning
Or
tarot.
.ca rather.
You know, like reading.
So I'm Mary at Toutarot.
I'm a really good reader
.ca.
all by myself, but these guys here
Okay.
read really well too, which is why this is fun. We often get to see things in the cards that the other one of us might not
I see
see,
part of that. Yeah.
things like that
Yeah.
work.
Okay.
So
All right.
Okay.
that's what we're doing.
Because
Thank you.
Toutarot is the name I use
I wish
for
you
all
a
this
great
kind of
day
stuff.
to you all
And I
out
do have a
Okay.
first name.
And
So, like I leave it like
we got-
that.
we're back
It's
here.
easier
Okay.
than many other places, but you can always catch me there. And we can make arrangements.
Which is meetup.
Okay. Perfect.
Okay.
It'd be nice to talk to you guys further about
Oh,
this.
no problems.
And
You take it easy.
Yeah.
right, you too.
Where else we going?
Thank you.
And
And Jessica,
Bye,
you take
Tina.
it easy.
And
just
you.
signing off. And
Okay, then. Bye-bye, everybody. We are all leaving.
Bye.
have a great day, you
Bye.
guys.
Yeah.